Your approval rating has slipped, and even worse, you only got 2 stars on Yelp. Mitch McConnell said his #1 priority was to get the president out of office. So Mitch, congrats on being just 2 years away from realizing your goal. You did it! Kind of. Mr. President, your harshest critics have compared you to Joseph Stalin, Adolf Hitler, and even Soviet. And I just have to say, those comparisons are outrageous. You look way older than those guys. Just because, look, Morgan Freeman has played a president a few times, that doesn't mean you have to look exactly like him, all right? But you are healthy, which is great. Every year, the White House doctor checks the president's colon for polyps and George Clooney's head. Yeah. Oh! It's good to see that White House Press Secretary and Boy Detective Jay Carney is here. Big night for Jay. I haven't seen him this nervous since the president told him, look, just go out there and tell him the website's broken. They'll understand. That actually probably was a moment. Mr. President, you have to admit, and you already have, the launch of healthcare.gov was a disaster. It was so bad. It was bad. Look, I don't even have an analogy because the website is now the thing people use to describe other bad things. They say stuff like, oh, I shouldn't have eaten that sushi. I was up all night, healthcare.gov. Oh. Boy, that latest Johnny Depp movie really healthcare.gov at the box office. Oh, look at my new rug. The dog's healthcare.gov on it? You can't get healthcare.gov at a second. But thanks to Obamacare, or as the president refers to it, NewCare, millions of newly insured young Americans can visit a doctor's office and see what a print magazine actually looks like. That's awesome. Now over 8 million people have signed up for Obamacare, which sounds impressive until you realize Ashley Tisdale has 12 million Twitter followers, so pretty good. There's a lot going on in the world right now. There's a madman who's had plastic surgery, running around, annexing small countries in Eastern Europe, and all I keep thinking is, what the hell is Bruce Jenner doing in Crimea? Are you going to get that show now? Sir, I do think you're making a big mistake with food. You have to show a guy like that you're just as crazy as he is. He invades Crimea, you invade Cancun. Russia takes back Ukraine, America takes back Texas. Something to think about. Julia Pearson, the new director of the Secret Service, is here tonight. Yeah. Under her leadership, Secret Service agents no longer consort with prostitutes thanks to their new too drunk to make it to the brothel program. I'm sure she loves that. The Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper, is here. Finally, I can put a face to the mysterious voice clearing its throat on the other end of the phone. It was weird. And, to prepare for tonight, I've been watching a lot of cable news. I am a big fan of that lesbian on MSNBC, Chris Hayes. She's great. Yeah, I agree. MSNBC is a confusing place. I mean, Al Sharpton is their skinny guy. And CNN is desperately searching for something they've been missing for months. Their dignity. Totally. That was just that cable. At this point, CNN is like a Radio Shack in a sad strip mall. You don't know how it stayed in business this long. You don't know anyone that shops there. And they just fired Piers Morgan. Fox News is the highest rated network in cable news. Yeah. can't believe you're able to push up that far. And it's all thanks to their key demographic, the corpses of old people who tuned into Fox News and haven't yet been discovered. Former Inside Edition host Bill O'Reilly is not here. He did host that. Bill's got another book coming out soon, so he's making his ghostwriters work around the clock. Bill O'Reilly, Megyn Kelly, and Sean Hannity are the Mount Rushmore of keeping old people angry. This event brings together both Washington and Hollywood. The relationship between Washington and Hollywood has been a long and fruitful one. You give us tax credits for film and television production. In return, we bring much-needed jobs to hard-working American cities like Vancouver, Toronto, and Vancouver again. Hollywood helps America by projecting a heroic image to the rest of the world. We just released another movie about Captain America, or as he's known in China, Captain who owes us $1.1 trillion. There's a lot of celebrities here tonight. They're the ones that don't look like ghouls. Look around. The cast of Veep is here. That's a series about what would happen if a Seinfeld star actually landed on another good show. I like the new Adventures of Christina show. The folks from Duck Dynasty had a very challenging year. The grandfather on that show made homophobic and racist comments. But people are overlooking another issue. He really hates ducks. House of Cards has had a huge impact on Washington. What a great show. I haven't seen a Southern senator give a tour de force performance like that since Lindsey Graham played Blanche Dubois in A Streetcar Named Desire. And Lindsey, if you're here now, you can drop character anytime, man. Oh, man. And I'm not going to spoil the shocking twist on House of Cards, but just know that it was so surprising that Nancy Pelosi's face almost changed its tone. Did you like that one, Nancy? I can't tell. All right. I'd like to congratulate Jared Leto, who was here tonight on his Oscar, and to the Republican senator who asked to be introduced to, quote, that hot chick from Dallas Buyers Club. You are in for a very interesting evening. Richard Sherman has already had an impact on tonight's event. He's intercepted all three of Tim Tebow's attempts to pass the dinner roll. Oh, and Russell Wilson is also here for my Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks. Peyton Manning, he wanted to be here tonight, but he can only move 4 yards at a time. You're right, he's not here to defend himself. Legendary actor Robert De Niro is here tonight, everyone. Now, I don't do a De Niro impression, but I do an impression of Robert De Niro's agent. You ready? Here it is. Ready? Ring, ring. He'll do it. Mr. De Niro, I was in Spy Kids 4, so clearly I'm beyond reproach, so I will see you on the set of Spy Kids 5, I'm sure. Biz Stone, the founder of Twitter, is here. So if any of you congressmen want to cut out the middleman, just show him your penis. Not now. Not. Okay, those are my warm-up jokes. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I want to leave you tonight with a bit of a pep talk. America has seen her share of challenges, but as my agents told me when I booked an NBC sitcom, hey, things could be worse. Now, have you watched the news? Yeah, not CNN. I mean, like the real news. It's pretty bad in other places. By comparison, America is doing great. I mean, this year, after months of heated debate and controversy, we achieved something that will impact the health of millions. We brought back pensions. And we're no longer the fattest country in the world. Now Mexico is. But don't worry, we'll be number one again as soon as they all come over here. And what's our biggest concern as Americans? TV show spoilers. In other countries, a spoiler consists of, hey, I haven't been back to the village yet, so don't tell me who survived the drone strike. And no spoilers. America still has amazing technological innovations. Google Glass has hit the market. Now, just by walking down the street, we'll know exactly who to punch in the face. In America, we see gluten and peanuts as threats to our kids. In other countries, gluten and peanut are the nicknames of warlords to a child army, so we're better. America is doing just fine, guys. How do I know that? Because we're making a fourth movie about trucks that turn into giant robots. And why are they making a Transformers 4? Because there's still so much story left to tell. So chin up, everyone. This country is still number one in the all-important categories of cream-filled pastries, space computers, and robot trucks. Education, the economy, and the environment, hey, we'll get them next time. And here's why America is the best country in the world. A guy like me can stand before the president, the press, and Patrick Duffy, and tell jokes without severe repercussions. And instead of being shipped off to the gulag, I'm going to the Vanity Fair after party. That's right. This is America where everyone can be a pussy riot. This is one of the coolest things that has ever happened to me ever in my entire life. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mrs. Obama. And thank you, White House Correspondents' Dinner. And thank you, C-SPAN viewer. Good night, everybody. Thank you. All right.